The alive can't go, and the dead can't tell. Then who discovered heaven and hell? This question has been spreading across the internet, making people stop, think, and wonder if everything they were told about the afterlife is just a story. Because if the living cannot enter the world beyond, and the dead cannot come back to explain what they saw, then how can anyone be sure that heaven is real and hell truly exists? This question sounds logical. It sounds intelligent. It sounds like something no one can answer. But the truth is, this question only feels powerful until you hear what was already written thousands of years ago. Because the reality of heaven and hell was never discovered by human beings. It was revealed, not by philosophers, not by scientists, not by people who died and came back. It was revealed by the one who came from heaven himself. Jesus Christ spoke about heaven more than anyone in history, and he spoke about hell more than anyone expected. Not as a myth, not as a symbol, not as a story to scare people, but as a real place. A place prepared before the world began, and a place prepared for those who reject the truth. Many people say, if heaven is real, why can't we see it? If hell is real, why hasn't anyone proven it? But the Bible already answered this question long ago. There was once a story told by Jesus about a rich man and a poor man named Lazarus. When they died, the poor man was carried to a place of peace. The rich man went to a place of torment. And the rich man begged for someone to go back to the living and warn them. But the answer he received was terrifying. He was told that even if someone came back from the dead, many people still would not believe. Think about that. People say they would believe if they saw heaven. People say they would believe if someone came back from hell. People say they would believe if they had proof. But the truth is, many would still refuse to listen. Because the problem was never lack of proof. The problem is the human heart. We live in a generation that wants evidence for everything, but ignores the warnings already given. We want to see the future before we change. We want to see judgment before we repent. We want to see heaven before we believe. But faith was never meant to come after sight. Faith comes before. And this is why the question, the alive can't go and the dead can't tell, does not destroy the truth about heaven and hell. It actually proves something else. It proves that the knowledge of the afterlife did not come from humans. It came from God. Because no human being could invent a message like this and keep it alive for thousands of years. Empires have fallen. Kings have died. Civilizations disappeared. But the warning about heaven and hell never disappeared. And now, more than ever, the world feels like it is moving towards something. Wars are increasing. Fear is increasing. Confusion is everywhere. People feel like time itself is running out. Even those who do not believe in prophecy can feel that something is wrong. The Bible called this the beginning of sorrows, a time when the world becomes louder, but truth becomes harder to hear. And in times like this, questions like this start appearing everywhere. The alive can't go and the dead can't tell. Who discovered heaven and hell? These questions sound new, but they are not new. People asked the same questions thousands of years ago, and the answer never changed. Heaven is real because God said it is real. Hell is real because justice must exist. And eternity is real because the soul does not end when the body dies. You were not created just to live a few years and disappear. You were created for eternity. And deep inside everyone feels this. That feeling that life is more than this. that death cannot be the end, that something waits on the other side. That feeling is not an accident. It is a warning. Because one day the question will no longer matter. One day nobody will ask, is heaven real? Is hell real? One day everyone will know, not by hearing, not by reading, not by watching a video, but by standing in eternity. And on that day, the only thing that will matter is not who discovered heaven and hell, but where you will go. This is why the message of the end times is not meant to scare people. It is meant to wake them up. Time is moving. History is moving. Prophecy is moving. And every day the world gets closer to the moment when faith will become sight. The alive can't go. The dead can't tell. But the one who came from heaven already told us everything we need to know. And the question now is not, is heaven real? The question is, are you ready for eternity?